welcome to Not Easy Being Geeky, the podcast where me, Rachel, talks about nerdy shit. But this is our new YouTube exclusive series for The Mandalorian. I'm super excited about this. Season 2 just started back up. Me and my husband are huge fans of the series, and by no means am I on any level like Star Wars theory. This is just about two fans talking about how dope the episodes were and a place where other fans can come and discuss what they liked about the episode, what they didn't like about the episode, things that they noticed in the episode that maybe others didn't. This is just a cool place for everybody to nerd out and have fun and talk about a dope ass show.
Yeah, it was awesome. No doubt about that.
Yeah. First like scene coming out, with the Mando was so dope because the music just hit. And the music is so dope in this series, like very Western-esque, but like still Star Wars, which is what's so cool about it. Is because it's not your, typical Star Wars like film score, orchestral kind of vibe. But it's just so good. It fits the theme of this so perfect. And when I see the Mando coming out of like this fog, walking out with the child, it's just such a badass way to open the season.
Oh, I know. It's like a curtain opening.
Oh,
scene,
yeah. Oh man, it was so kick-ass. And so it was instantly like looking for like shit. And so the first thing I noticed was like the graffiti on the walls.
Yeah, dude, that was cool.
Okay. And then I noticed like that Darth Vader was in like one of the things, and
that little gold dude, C-3PO.
Oh yeah, C-3PO. I'm pretty
not
sure
him, but him.
I'm pretty sure it is him, but it could be just as a droid,
or just a small shout out.
Yeah.
Little Easter egg maybe.
Yeah. I thought it was so cool to like see the graffiti like scattered throughout the walls and everything. And then he comes up to like this underground kind of fighting ring, which is where his main objective is, because he's looking for another Mando, because he's heard talkings of this other Mando.
Hey, spoilers ahead.
Listen, if they're coming to this, they have to have.
Dude, you never know.
All right, well, I'm sorry if I just spoiled the first 5 minutes for you.
It's in the trailer, what we just talked about. So,
exactly. I was
whatever.
yeah. So anyway, but so like he comes up to this like underground ring, and it's like so kick ass. Like the energy in it, and everything. He's searching for this other Mando, and guys basically like fucking with him, like, hey, you gambling, man? And he's like, nah. And Mando, like, okay, so first of all, the child, aka Baby Yoda, knows his shit already. He's been hanging out with the Mando for a long time, clearly, because as soon as, the dude's like, hey, that's not gonna work for me, the Mando's like, oh no, it's not gonna work for me, essentially. And he takes out what are those oh my god, I forget what they're called, but the rockets, in his
oh yeah, they're like
whistling birds, I think. I can't remember.
The whispering hornets.
No, it's like whistling something. I need to look that up. It's gonna drive me crazy. All the Star Wars fans are yelling at me in the comments.
I don't have a phone.
But Baby Yoda, like, essentially, the child, he like sees this and he instantly shuts his little cargo box. his little UFO baby holder. I forget what it was called.
Dude, he zipped out of there.
He was like, "Oh, bitch, I know what those things are."
He smacked the shit out of that closing hatch.
Yeah. And it's like, you could tell that he's like been around him for a long time. So he's used to this shit. And then the most kick-ass fight scene breaks out, because like shit goes down, and Mando freaking throws his vibroblade in someone's tit.
Yeah, it's like
It's a man like peck tit, like straight up, like ah. Oh man, it was so kick ass. Yeah. And I was like, in the tit, man. Like, ow.
Dude, worst piercing ever.
Oof. Yeah, it was like right in his nipple. Like, ow.
Yeah. 1d4 damage, please.
Yeah.
+2, I think.
Yeah. It was crazy. And so, the guy's trying to run away. Obviously, Mando catches up. Most kick-ass scene. He basically leaves him stranded upside down, hanging from a light post for these hounds to just like tear him to fucking shreds, man.
You know what I think was really cool about that character design? The one-eyed dude that gets,
Mm-hmm.
Hung up on the street lamp.
Mm-hmm.
His hair. When he's getting pulled, did you see like his little comb over kind of blowing in the wind?
Yeah.
It was a cool little thing, like cool little touch.
Yeah, they really are paying like a lot of attention to detail with these characters. I noticed, and if you've seen, that series, that they did after the first season of the Mando came out, let me see. I'm gonna pull it up real quick, and because I can't remember, it was like Disney Gallery something, behind the scene look at the Mando or something like that. Yeah, Disney Gallery, and it's Star Wars: The Mandalorian. Okay, I was pretty close for just pulling that out my ass. Clearly, we've watched this shit so many times. But yeah, they even talked about how they like pulling those characters that like were so insignificant in like the original trilogy and the prequels, like as like just like background shit. Because it gives them like a new life, and I thought that was so cool. But to see like these characters that like I very, very vividly remember watching as I grew up, it's so cool because they were like not anything but like side characters, and to see them be like brought out more is really cool. And I thought it was so cool to see the same exact R5 unit that Luke is like when he's with the freaking Jawas, and he's like,
oh yeah, the one that blows up.
Yeah, it's got the freaking blast on the back of its head. It's so cool.
Oh, I know, that was cool.
That was really cool. Clearly that droid has seen some shit, and actually, there's like a whole comic about that somewhere. Like, oh my god, I forget what it's called. I gotta look that up. Somebody in the comments, please. Like, if you know what comic I'm talking about, please like leave it. In the
R5 has his own comic book.
Yes, it's like a whole like thing like about.
Is it just a story or is it?
Yeah,
like
it's just a
book?
story. It's just a story, but it's really cool.
I need a backstory. I need to see Build.
Yes.
I need to see, his teenage years.
His teenage years. But I thought that was really cool. Again, like nostalgia, And then like when the Mando finally, first of all, he's going back to Tatooine. Like such a staple in Star Wars, Let's just put everything on Tatooine. No, I'm kidding. But it was so cool because he's like, I've been there so many effing times, dude. Like, there's no Mandos on Tatooine. He's like, bro, I know I just tried to fuck you over, but my sources are good, man. So he heads over there and shit. And this beautiful man, no, I'm kidding. He finds out that the Marshal of this small town in Tatooine that's like basically completely off the grid.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bartender.
Oh yeah, the bartender. No. Gosh, and I did not realize like how slender this man was until like I see him in like Boba Fett's armor.
Dude looked like
he was like jacked, but like slim jacked at the same.
Like Jack Skeleton.
No, I mean like instead of like slim thick, where a girl's like curvy, but she's really tiny at the same time. It's like skinny but jacked at the same time. Slim jacked. Anyway, so he's like a Slim Jim. No, I'm kidding. But no. So this dude that plays the Marshal, his name's escaping me now that I'm like talking about this, but as soon as I see him walk up, I noticed that armor instantly. I noticed the helm. I knew exactly what it was. And it
had the dent in it?
Yeah, it had the dent. It had the fucking shot in the head, like everything. I was like, oh my God, please tell me we're going to see Boba Fett soon because like he has his fucking armor on right now, and that's just so cool to see. And so even though we didn't get to see like Boba Fett and the Mando like fight together, it was still cool to see his armor, you know, fighting alongside him. And just, oh man, first of all, this is like the second war that he's been in, essentially, because there was the one in season 1 where he's helping that small village with you know, that hot chick that like was totally like
he's
hitting
the man
on him.
Of the people, man.
Yeah, that chick was totally hitting on him, and yeah, Baby Yoda was like vibing, but they obviously couldn't stay there because they found out, you know, that they were being tracked heavily. This was, you know, mid-season, but anyway.
Yeah. Hey, while we're still talking about this town and everything, I just want to say in season 1, very first episode, it had like a Western vibe to it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to talk about.
This whole thing is like Western.
Yeah, this whole episode very much Western, like
every aspect
pulling
of it.
in like on his steed, you know, riding into town, essentially. Very much like you see a tumbleweed go by and kind of shit. And here comes a marshal, you know, walks into a tavern. You know, it's so...
Has to team up with the natives.
Yeah, it's so cool. Which, by the way, the Sand People... Okay, I found out that somebody on set did speak ASL, but they, like, pushed to get an actual deaf person to come up with the language for the Sand People that they used in this episode. So, because in ASL culture, it can be very disrespectful for a non-deaf person to, like, give someone a name, like a sign name, rather than just spelling it out. It's completely different. And so I thought that was so cool that they really took the steps to, like, you know, do their shit and do their homework, because that's really cool, first of all, that somebody came up with that. And it's pretty, you know, obvious that it's very reminiscent to ASL. I thought that was really cool. And I just found that out today, actually. Like, just someone randomly like tagged me in that, and I was like, that's so cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
it just shows how hard they're trying to like make every little detail in this series be perfect. You know, they're really taking Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, like they're just killing it, man.
They're nailing it, man.
Like, I am happy as a Star Wars fan to hand them the rest of the just take the whole take the whole thing. You guys take it over. I'm happy. Like, they're nailing this shit.
Not with all due respect to ASL and everything. I thought they were just like hand talkers. Like,
oh, gotcha.
I was like, gotcha. I'm a sand person.
ASL is very much like okay, and the only reason I really do know a lot about this is because I studied it in college. That was one of my majors. I am so bad at it now. I haven't had anyone to practice with in years, so I'm out of touch. But I do remember a lot of it. And I very much remember like it being so like such a culture. And so I thought that was so cool because you know, it's ASL is very much like, it's not just your hands, it's all in the way that your facial expression and everything and your entire body. It's not just your hands. So that's why I thought it was so cool, because you could tell that in the inflection and everything, like when they were speaking with the, you know, sign language, it was really cool because they were kind of embodying all of that into one. Trying very hard. You could just tell that they really paid a lot of attention to detail with that. I thought that was really cool.
I agree. Sorry, I was just listening. I was in it, man.
Yeah, I really enjoyed learning about that kind of stuff when I did study it in college. But yeah, so then like in you know, when the Sand People are like talking with the Mando and shit, like, hey man, this thing is huge. We're all fucked essentially if we don't team up. So like, what's your suggestion? And then they team up with like the townsfolk of like the small town and shit. And the Marshal and the Mando are like, all right, we got this shit. but not really. We need help. But this thing, I was not okay. So first off, when I first saw the thing, I thought it was the actual creature that devours Boba Fett.
Yeah, quick thoughts.
Yeah, and then I was like, no, that's not it. Based off the way it was moving, and then you find out, oh no, it ate that freaking thing, and I was like, oh, well, what? That's how huge this thing is. But the Mando and the Marshal like work together and get everybody like on the same page. Like, hey, we're all literally going to get swallowed by this thing if you guys don't shut the fuck up and team up. Like, that's basically what they say to each other. So I don't think anyone realized how huge this thing was until like when the Sand People and the Mando and the Marshal are like devising a plan to kill it. This thing is massive, like fucking on some Godzilla level shit. Okay,
yeah, 'cause you only saw like the face
of it, and I'm thinking, okay, it's not that big. No, like I'm so dead ass, and it sounds like Godzilla with that. That thing was fucking huge. Okay, and they're just like, he's like, that's not a scale though, and he's like, yeah, it is. He's like, oh, fuck. Like, shit, I really underestimated this. Yeah. And, but it's cool because, like, you see everybody, first of all, the one thing I'm just gonna break, this whole fantasy for a second. How the hell did that tiny ass town get all of them fucking bombs?
I think they're a mining town, aren't they?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
They use it for, like, demolition and shit.
Yeah.
It's a Western.
You're right.
They mine.
Okay. Then thank you. Because that was the thing I couldn't stop thinking about. Maybe I just wasn't paying that close attention. But yeah, I was like, wait a second. This little ass town is loaded.
Well, now that I'm saying that, now I'm like second guessing myself. Maybe they weren't a mining town. I hope.
I don't know. We clearly need to rewatch this, but we usually do that. We usually do that anyway. We watch the episodes like 2 or 3 times. To
regardless.
Yeah, we just love the series so much. And it's cool rewatching them because a lot of the time I'll notice shit that I didn't notice the first time, which is why we're having this just episode anyway. Like, this is literally just for us to all like nerd out about this shit. And guys, if you've noticed some shit, please put it in the comments. Like, I'm so excited to nerd out with you guys about this. And okay, so then, like, all the shit goes down. Fucking Mando, by the way, just, like, fucking lets himself get eaten. And then blasts his ass out of this thing's mouth. And blows this fucker up. It was insane.
Yeah, he's dope.
That shit was so gangster. I was like, what the hell? He just literally let himself get eaten.
Yeah, he don't walk away from an explosion. He is in that explosion.
That was such a badass moment. Like, I couldn't even fucking believe it. He was just like, take care of the child. Didn't even give this dude like 2 seconds to figure out what the hell was going on. He just let himself like get eaten and then blow this fucker to like smithereens. And then, like, you see the Sand People, like, after the thing is dead, like, picking through the meat and shit. And they find this huge fucking pearl. It's, like, the size of his head. And, apparently, like, you can use that to make lightsabers, too, because it's got, like, kyber crystals in it or something. I could be wrong, but, like, I read something, like, that's kind of, like, they're super rare. And they can be used to, like, make a lightsaber, so maybe the Mando will get a lightsaber in the future. That'd be so kick-ass. I know, it's a long shot. Hey, they got the Darksaber, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Don't stifle my dreams.
I don't think that would happen. I don't think
saying
that would
it'd be
happen.
badass.
Don't get me wrong.
Someone's gonna have a fucking lightsaber.
It would be awesome.
Baby Yoda's gonna have a lightsaber.
Maybe.
Baby Yoda. Oh god, look how that would be fucking amazing.
Him gonna start like flipping around like
flipping around like Yoda
in episode 2.
Yes. Oh my god, I need it in my life. But yeah, I think that was really cool. But literally, like, it took everything in me not to scream when I saw Boba Fett Holy shit. He's alive. Man. I hope we see him in the second episode. I know it's a long shot.
We all knew it.
We knew it was gonna happen eventually.
Here's my question for you. That one episode in season 1 where that little douchebag dude.
Oh yeah, fuckhead was
but that one scene at the end where you
with
hear
the spurs.
Yeah.
I don't think that was Boba Fett.
I was gonna say, do you think it's still Boba Fett that picked up that other bounty hunter, or do you think it's this guy? Because they very clearly played him as soon as he walks into the bar at the very beginning.
Yeah,
and that's the only other time that we've heard spurs going on.
Yeah.
So here's my question: is it him? Was it him, or was it Boba Fett?
I don't think it was Boba Fett, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because he didn't have his armor. Remember? That guy found it. He had it. He got it from some Jawas.
Yeah. But I don't think spurs were ever part of his outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They were. That was like one of the
I thought it was just like the chest piece and like the
the spurs are like such a like giveaway that it was like it's Boba Fett.
No, I'm talking about the sheriff dude, the Marshal. I'm talking about what he had. I thought it was just the
Oh,
chest
no.
and the helmet.
I'm saying like I don't think it was him either. I think it's someone completely different entirely.
I got you. Yeah, you're talking about the sheriff or the Marshal.
No, I don't think it was him either. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know who the hell it is, but I don't think it was either one of them.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of, that bounty hunter's still out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Just randomly thought about that trick.
There's a whole bunch of like loose ends from season 1, like Bill Burr's character and all of them and shit like that.
They're all loose ends that are going to cycle back through.
I think so.
They absolutely will.
Yeah, they were too good of characters, especially Bill Burr's character. That was great. We've talked about this before, but
the series has a reputation of bringing
people back. Yeah, but bringing stuff full circle. But yeah. I'm really excited to see what episode 2 has. Oh man, I'm super excited. Just one more week, guys, until the episode. But don't you guys worry, we're gonna cover this shit every week. This is the weekly thing, and just to nerd out with each other. But I'm super excited.
I also want to just point out, I talked to you about this, Rach, but this whole episode had a D&D campaign session all in all on it, and it was awesome.
Oh yeah, like a D&D vibe. Well, that's just, D&D
like
is
it was
just,
like a game session. It was awesome.
D&D is just, storytelling and character development. So that's exactly what they were doing here in this episode, is just building up on, this character development more and more.
Yeah, and it was wonderful.
Yeah. It was very well done.
Little side quest action.
Yeah, exactly. It was really cool. I'm excited to see what episode 2 has coming for us. And just the remainder of the season in general. I don't want to rush it, but it is such a good series. And we already waited a while for season 2 to come out, but I am excited. I'm hoping, Obi-Wan series comes out soon. I just want more Star Wars, like 24/7. I want it all day, every day. But, it was really cool to be able to see Boba Fett and like all these like, nostalgic things in just the first episode of season 2.
Yeah. Right off the get-go.
Yeah. Dope ass music.
We were rewarded for the break.
Yeah, it was very well done. But yeah, guys, please leave comments down below as to what you guys noticed throughout the episode and what you liked about it, what you didn't like. I heard some people complaining that there wasn't enough Baby Yoda. I thought there was just about the same amount as there normally was.
But at the same time, they share the light. This wasn't a story about Baby Yoda. This was a story about Mando.
Yeah, so, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I am really excited to see, what's going on next week. So, guys, like I said, make sure you leave comments. Let us know what you really liked and anything you noticed that we didn't notice. I know there was a lot of Easter eggs. I didn't want to say all of them because I do want this kind of thing to be an open discussion and for us to all just nerd the fuck out with each other. That's what this is all about. So, who cares if other people know more or know less? This is just a place where we can all nerd out and enjoy the thing we all love the most, which is Star Wars. And as always, it's not easy being geeky.